Hey folks, Dale Davidson here, the Dear VA Guy. Thank you for tuning in today. Hey look, we're talking about reclassifying your VA rating. Back in March of 2023, I published a video entitled "The Government is Trying to Reduce Your Benefits." I got 145 something thousand views on that, so thank you for that. But my premise was sound, that the government was trying to reduce your benefits, but the method that they were going to reduce your benefits was wrong. So instead of legislating these reductions, the VA has, in their words, trying to keep up with the medical science by reclassifying your ratings. So what does reclassifying really mean? So the VA reclassification of ratings refers to a process where the VA reviews and potentially changes your disability rating based upon new medical evidence, okay, indicating that either you've improved or you're worsening of your service-connected disability. Now, if you've improved, what's going to happen? They're going to reduce your benefit, right? Well, if you've gotten worse, they may increase your benefit. I've had several of my clients who've gotten these letters in the last several months. I've yet to see one where the VA increased their benefit. They've always sought to decrease their benefits. So here's some key points about the VA reclassification rating process. Okay, so the VA is going to schedule a re-examination periodically to assess if your disability has either improved enough to warrant a rating reduction or not. Maybe you've improved, maybe you're static, maybe you've gotten worse, okay? But you're going to have to go through another C&P exam, or re-exam, they call it. Okay, so this reclassification is based upon evidence. So it's got to be supported by new medical evidence demonstrating that you've had a significant change in your condition. Not just a little bitty change, but a significant change. And all that is based upon what the doctors tell you. And we're going to be talking about that in more detail below. But realize we've got that 5-year rule that we've talked about before. So after a disability rating has been in effect for 5 years, then the VA generally can't reduce it unless there's some kind of substantial improvement in your condition. So those are the key points that we're going to be stressing today. So you're living your life, you and your family, going along, and all of a sudden, bam, you get a notice from the VA that your rating is being reduced or proposed to be reduced, okay? So hopefully you were at 100%, but now they're proposing to reduce your benefit, which is taking money out of your pocket that you live on and rely on. Now this is like a kick in the teeth or a punch in the gut because, look, you sacrificed, you were in the service, you have a disability, whether it be by toxic exposure or some kind of physical injury, combat injury, whatever it may be, and you have a disability and the VA has said that you had a disability and you've got to pay your bills, but now you can't pay your bills because they say your disability is not as bad as they thought it was. That hurts, right? So what do you need to immediately do? Number one, carefully reread your notice and find the date that you must respond by. Usually that's 30 days after the date of the notice. So check that. Be very careful and make sure you're right on your date. Now, once you find that response date, don't wait. Immediately respond and request a hearing. Okay? Never wait. Just get it done. Get it off your plate. We do not wait on deadlines here, and neither should you, for a lot of reasons, and I'm going to discuss those in just a few minutes. But never wait until the deadline. Go ahead and get it done. All right? If you need assistance in responding, contact your local Veterans Service office or whoever helped you file your original claim. You can contact us also if you would like. When you respond, and respond you must, otherwise your disability rating will go down. Request a hearing. Okay? Now, when you request that hearing, supposedly, that prevents the VA from reducing your benefits prior to the hearing. However, they're also going to let you know that if your appeal is not successful, then that's going to create an overpayment of your benefits, and they want their money back. Okay? So it's going to create a debt, in other words, that you will owe the VA back. So be careful with that. Okay? But you've got to respond. Once you get your appeal done and you're working on it, and you're going to file it way before the deadline, okay? You need to start gathering relevant medical evidence that the VA doesn't already have. This means updated medical evidence. I'm talking about within the last 30 to 45 days of medical evidence. This is where you need to go to your doctor, and hopefully they're going to write you an opinion that says, hey, your condition has remained the same, it's static, or it has not substantially improved, or it has worsened. We need that medical evidence to counteract the VA's argument that your condition has substantially improved. Like I said, it's not a little bit improved, but substantially improved, okay? But what happens if your doctor says, hey, I'm not getting involved with this, okay? I'm not going to write you this letter. Well, we still got to get relevant current medical evidence that your disability has not substantially improved. Maybe it's stayed the same, like static, or it's gotten worse. So if your doctor won't help, where do you go? Like I say, your doctor might shy away from that. Maybe you can go to a different doctor. But we're on a tight time frame because you got 60 days from the date of that letter or the date of your appeal to submit additional relevant medical evidence to support your claim. So a lot of times you can't get into another doctor. So what do? There's hope out there, okay? There's another YouTuber, his Veterans Info Tap. I really like this guy. I like his videos. He's on point. He provides great information. And I can tell he has a heart for veterans. So, look, you need to go check him out. But look, in one of his videos that I just saw, he has a link to the American Medical Experts who partners with him. Now, these people look at your medical records and they'll talk to you, and they will write an opinion. Hopefully, they'll write an opinion that will support your claim that your disability has not substantially improved. In fact, it's either static or has gotten worse. This YouTuber provided a link to these individuals, and I'm going to provide it also in the information below. So, look, throughout all my videos, I've always stressed evidence, medical evidence. The more medical evidence you have, the best. The more medical opinions you have, the best. I mean, that's great, okay? Because we've got to support your disability. So at this very moment when we're trying to respond to the VA, notice that your rating is being reduced. We need, again, new, current, relevant medical evidence. That's vital to your success. So right now, if you've got one of these letters, start gathering the medical evidence. Call your doctor, explain to your doctor that I really need this, okay? If they can't help you, then click on that link that I gave below, because you got 60 days to get that evidence submitted. So don't wait. You can submit evidence today, tomorrow, as long as you submit all your evidence within that 60-day period. You don't have to submit it all at one time, although that's what we prefer. But look, as you get it, you can submit it if that's your choice. I've got several clients who've received the bad news of a rating reduction, and so we've filed appeals, and all of them with supporting medical evidence, okay? And because I'm a belt and suspenders guy, okay, I also provided legal argument and relevant case law supporting my clients' positions, okay? Now, unfortunately, for one client, the VA went ahead and reduced the benefits despite the appeal. So we're currently dealing with that. So just because you file the appeal doesn't guarantee that they won't disregard that and do what they want to anyway. But let me give you a pro tip. Now, given the fact that I didn't file your claim, so I don't know what was in your claim, and you probably don't have a copy of your claim. A lot of people don't keep copies. My question to you is, did you file for secondary conditions? Now, what is a secondary condition? Let me give you some examples. And it depends on your disability, but you can Google, what are my secondary conditions to whatever I have, okay? So here's one for migraines. There are a lot of health issues associated with migraines, like mental health issues. There's depression, anxiety, PTSD. One study says that nearly half of the veterans with migraines also suffer from a form of PTSD. If you have trouble with your shoulder, you may be experiencing chronic pain, depression, anxiety, neck, hand, finger issues, okay, just to name a few. So those are secondary. So you should always, when you're filing a claim, always list and file secondary issues associated with your primary disability. You get where I'm going with this? So if you're experiencing secondary conditions because of your primary disability, and you didn't claim these, you need to file an intent to file for your secondary conditions and gather all the required information, the doctor's information, your medical information, and all your opinions, and submit a claim for these disabilities. And why am I kind of, it appears I'm getting off track here, but I'm not, because if your appeal is not successful, you still may be able to get back to your original rating based upon these secondary conditions. If you're not at 100% now and they've knocked you down even further, you may be able to get up to 100%. So always include your secondary conditions, okay? Pro tip number 2, if you got this notice, don't wait to file. And when you file it, if you're filing using the mail service, make sure you send it certified mail return receipt requested. It costs you a little bit more, 10, 12 bucks, whatever it is. But this is your insurance that you know they received it. After all, the VA has been known to lose mail before, okay, or get it misfiled or whatever it is. So if you have proof that you've mailed it, and that's where you get the certified mail return receipt requested, then you can argue that, hey, I filed my appeal within this 30 days, and that preserves that date. So hey folks, thank you for tuning in today. We really do appreciate you. Love all my viewers out there. So hey, check out this video, Getting VA Disability for a Secondary Injury. It can really help you out. So until next time, you be blessed.